Hello everyone, this is Komal. Today I'll be presenting to you my Dave type report, which is about critiques of Q methodology. Before starting, I just wanted to let you know how I have actually taken this assignment. I wanted to share with you the critiques of Q methodology that have good literature backing, and that's why I tried looking up for different articles, studies where Q methodology has either been used as a methodology or they have written about Q methodology. And from those particular papers, I then went to their limitation section and tried to extract what worked for them with the methodology and what did not, and from there I picked up the critiques of my Q methodology. So each slide will be showing you how which particular study that I'm talking about and what the author with the exact words of the author that he mentions about Q as a whole. So, starting with Stevenson, and it's from his article in 1993, Introduction to Q Methodology and Operant Subjectivity. He says, however, there are fatal weaknesses in the methodology. The causes are categorical, matter of definition, and self awareness is not quantified. He further explains, provides facts about ABC and their interaction, and that is all. But otherwise, the end result is numerable facts about presumed causes. Q sorting is one of self reference by the Q sorter. It is that factor analysis achieves, its measurement are themselves theoretical, Q sorts descriptive of self reference. We had to contemplate an indefinite number of probable causes, none predictable, but all likely to be effective under different conditions. Moving on to Ramlo from 2011, his study Q methodology and its position in the mixed method quantum talks about Stennen and Staten Rogers from 2004, and he says, noted that qualitative and quantitative researchers alike often feel uncomfortable with certain aspects of Q methodology. The article further talks about this, at how qualitative researchers are not very are not at very at, are not at good ease with Q methodology because of the sophisticated statistics and factor analysis that it uses. And then for quantitative researcher, they are not very much at ease with the methodological approaches of Q methodology, that why not Q sorting is taken as a overall objective data. Moving on, it's about Ellingson from 2010. He says, if the aim of the research is to identify the distribution of views across the population given in percentages and numbers, other methods are more suitable. Neither is the aim to determine a definitive cause, although abduction is a method of reasoning from effect back to the plausible cause. Cross in 2005 further lists down a number of critiques for Q methodology. He says, when repeated on the same person, Q methodology does not necessarily yield the same result, which have led to questions regarding reliability. Constraint is put on the participant in terms of the items provided. There is a risk of bias at the interpretation stage, as this risk lies with the researcher. The respondent will use the instrument to give an account that they think is acceptable to the researcher rather than how they truly feel about an issue. Power to surprise. No assumption about the way understandings are structured is built into the method. Of course, how one reads the factors may be influenced by where one is coming from. Q study depends upon a meticulous and thoughtful sampling of the propositions. The reason I put this in the critique too is just to highlight that how difficult it is to actually design an effective Q study, how much thought and how much thoughts and effort are needed. Meager into 2023 talks about it has also received criticism for being time consuming and difficult to publish due to its length. More specifically, concerning sensitive research and social exclusion, this method has some practical complications such as the use of language. Waters and Dane in 1985 in their work talk about the data obtained via the attachment queue set are not merely trait ratings. They are not quite behavioral observations either. They are behavior related. Simon in 2013 talks about number of limitations of queue. Time is required for each participant to sort the statement, and his amount of time can add up depending on the number of participants in the study. Also, explaining the process to the participants can be time consuming because the instructions are comprehensive and the participants may need to be shown how to proceed. Those users of the service who had comprehension problems had some difficulty in sorting the queue back to tire during the process. That is, some participants tend to get tired when they are completing the queue sort. Then, this is further from Simons only. No claim is made that other viewpoints do not exist in the broader population. Validity is present. It could be affected if a participant does not comprehend the queue sort task, leading to a misinterpretation of his or her views. A further limitation is the fact that the meanings are given to factors by the researcher and therefore could be influenced by researcher bias. Another limitation is that it does not show how many people in a study have a specific viewpoint. I am not very clear about this point, and this is something that I would want you guys if you can help me understand. But because, as per my understanding, we can definitely know which particular people are following which factor. Moving on, these are the few critiques that I have in my mind, but I was unable to find any particular studies supporting them. So that is one is about limited application. I think that Q is not something that can be applied in every field. The methodology may be less suitable for studying objective phenomena such as physical and biological processes. Secondly, I think it is a methodology that cannot be amplified with a large number of groups. So the limited sample size is also a restriction of the study. That's it. My article provides, the handout provides a lot more detail about these studies, and also I've tried to fit in the context of how the limitations have been talked about. I hope that will be useful for you too. Thank you for listening. See you.